Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video, and in this video we'll look at the user interfaces of Wear OS and WatchOS, the two very popular smartwatch platforms. Now, if this was a year back, this wouldn't be a video because WatchOS had no competition. Wear OS was really lagging behind, but in the past year Google has made some really important changes which will help Wear OS in the long run. And specifically, Google acquired Fitbit, the very popular smartwatch brand, and very recently they partnered with Samsung, which has been at the forefront of Android smartwatches. So partnering with them, they're going to release Wear OS 3, which will really change the Wear OS platform. So before everyone gets that Wear OS update, I haven't got the Wear OS 3 yet, but if you have a Galaxy smartwatch, the recent ones, you do have the update. I wanted to go through the user interfaces of WatchOS and Wear OS. So right now I have two smartwatches with me. One is the TicWatch Pro E3 and the other one is the Apple Watch Series 3. So both are relatively budget options for both the platforms, Wear OS and WatchOS. So we're going to look at the basic user interface just to show you what you get when you buy any of the watches of the platforms. Now, you won't get a review of the watches in this video, but at the end of the video, I'll share my opinions of using both the platforms, Wear OS and WatchOS. I have used WatchOS for almost 6 months, and Wear OS I have started using it for the past month. So I haven't had much experience with Wear OS, but I have some really good opinions about what I've seen with this platform. So without further ado, we'll go into looking at the user interfaces. So this will be a very long video, so I highly suggest you go through the chapter marks, find out which parts you want to watch, and if you're just here for the opinion about Wear OS versus WatchOS, just go to that part. I won't mind, and hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so we have the Apple Watch Series 3 on the left and the TicWatch E3 on the right. So the Apple Watch Series 3 is running the WatchOS 8.1, and if I'm not wrong, the TicWatch E3 is running Wear OS 2.3, but it will get updated to Wear OS 3. So first, just a small look at both the watches, which isn't the main point of the video. It's more about the software. So the Apple Watch 3, and then you have the TicWatch, which is much bigger, thicker, and it has a round design. Okay, so firstly we'll look at the Apple Watch. So let me unlock. So you have your watch face, and you can put multiple watch faces. So I have two, one for my activity rings and one just the basic watch face with time, weather and date. So if you swipe from the top, you have your notifications, and if you swipe left from this watch face, there's nothing on left, and if you swipe from the bottom, you have access to your control center. So Wi-Fi, vibration, you have your battery percentage, theater mode, do not disturb, flashlight, which can give you multiple colors, and then you have access to other settings, and you can add one more here, and that's about it from the bottom. If you swipe right, I have one more watch face, which I talked about, the activity rings. So you can look at your rings as you complete them throughout your day. So swiping left does nothing. You can't go back. You have to actually press the button to go back to the home. So that's for the home screen. So now you have two buttons on the right. So round button, the ring button, if you press it, you have access to all your applications. So this is the view that most people don't use. I think most people use the grid view. So if you go to the settings, you can customize the app view here. So you have the grid view, which you see on the ad, all the ads, but personally I don't think it's that practical, so I used it in the list view for all my usage. So as we are on the settings, you can swipe and look at all the settings. So you have your notifications, general settings, you can update stuff, and that's how the settings menu looks like. And then you have all your applications here. I won't go through all the applications. It is just a walk through the layout of Apple Watch. Okay, so this button gets you to your applications, and then with the crown you can scroll through. and then the bottom button gives access to all the open applications. So this thing you can't do on your Android watch. You can't see your recent applications that are open. I assume that they're all closed once you swipe, but for Apple Watch you can actually view your applications that are open, and then you can close them like this. And one more thing I wanted to show is the workout. So if you click, depending on what watch face you have, either you can go to your apps and find the workout application and then go to your workout, or you can have a watch face that helps you go through your workout, just like that. So here you have tons of workouts, I think more than 100 on the Apple Watch. You can add workouts from this menu. As you can see, there's so many that you can scroll through. So personally, I don't think you don't need so many, but the basics are good enough. But yeah, the ones you use the most, you'll have them on the top. So for me, that was running or swimming, walking. So that's the workout app. What else do I need to show you? Okay, I'll show you the weather, which I prefer on the Apple Watch. It looks much cleaner, easier to look at. It has different locations that I added on my iPhone, so I prefer the look of the weather. And other than that, the other apps, I don't need to go through one by one, but you get the idea of how it works. So swipe down, notifications, swipe left, you have your different watch faces. Swipe from the bottom, you have your control center. Press this button, you have your applications, and press the bottom one, you have your open applications. You can close from there. And for example, oh yeah, and also I wanted to show you the keyboard. So this is the App Store on the watch. You get to see the different applications available, and I prefer the swipe typing that you can do on the Apple Watch. So here I can just swipe anything and it will recognize really fast. So you can do voice typing, but I don't know how accurate the voice typing is. So you saw a demonstration, but yeah, I like the swipe, and you can add your emojis from here. And yeah, that's about it for the Apple Watch. Let me know in the comments below if I forgot anything. I haven't done a video like this, so I might have forgot something, but it was just a basic walkthrough of the menus on Apple Watch. And now let's look at the TicWatch E3, which is running Wear OS. So for this one, if you tilt the watch, you can see a battery saver menu, which I turned on because I don't like the tilt to wake. So if you wake up the watch, you can see my primary watch face. But if you like use the tilt to wake, it opens a battery saver option. For the Apple Watch, it goes straight to your main watch face, but you do have an option of always on display, which takes a toll on your battery. For the TicWatch, for that reason, I have this battery saver watch face, which doesn't turn on the watch, just shows me my steps, time, and date. But if I tap, it opens the main watch face. So I have a really minimal dark watch face so that it doesn't consume much battery, and just I get the information that I want to get. So now for the watches on Wear OS, this is 2.3 on TicWatch E3. You swipe from the top and you get access to quick access settings like your brightness, volume, vibration, the theater mode, do not disturb, and airplane. But good thing about this one is if you swipe from the top, you have access to settings right from the quick access menu. So you can go through different settings here. Oh, change something. Okay, you swipe left, you can go back on the Wear OS watch in this one. So if I go through the menus, you can see the display, watch face, font size, you can customize those. And I like the menus on the TicWatch are better than the Apple Watch. So here I can go to my menus from the quick access. So I have to scroll to my settings and then I get access. and let me know which one do you like. I like the TicWatch menu better. But yeah, okay, so then, oh yeah, and this one is running a Qualcomm Snapdragon 4100. It has 1 GB of RAM and 8 GB storage, so that's why this runs Wear OS really smooth. So my first experience of using Wear OS was the Moto 360, the original one, and it was a really bad experience. It was super laggy, and I didn't use a Wear OS watch ever since. This is my first one ever since that first Moto 360, and I'm blown away with the performance of the Snapdragon 4100. It's super smooth. Anyways, back to the menu. So yeah, if I swipe left from the home screen, the watch face, I have access to my Google Assistant, my weather, and I can also access the assistant from here, or I can just say the word that I don't want to say. And if you swipe from the bottom, you have access to your notifications. So these are how the notifications look like. If you swipe, it goes away, and you can clear all at the bottom. But on the Apple Watch, since I'm not using it, I don't have any notifications, so I couldn't show you that demonstration. But yeah, these are the menus look like on the Wear OS. And then here on the right from your watch face, you have access to your tiles. These are called tiles on Wear OS. So I have 4 of them. So I have the fitness one from Mobvoi, I have weather, heart rate, and Google Fit one. So these are the tiles you can set. And one thing I forgot to show you on the Apple Watch is the watch face. So if you hold down, tap, you get access to so many watch faces on the TicWatch. And the good thing about Wear OS is you can get more watch faces on the App Store. You're not limited. But if you go to the Apple Watch and you go to change the watch face, you go to new, and you have a handful, 10, 20, not much. So you can scroll through them, and whatever Apple gives you, you have access to those ones. But for the TicWatch, since it runs Wear OS, here I can get access to any watch face I want that is on the Google Wear OS store. But yeah, so if you hold down, you can change. So from the left, you have Google Assistant, we have the quick access from the top, we have the notifications on the right, the tiles. So now we have 2 buttons. So this will vary depending on what watch you have. For me, the top button takes me to the applications I have. So TicWatch comes with their own applications and Google's applications. You can install more, and as I said, it has 8 GB of storage. I have my whole Spotify playlist on this, so I can take this for a run without having my phone. So as you can see, it's really smooth. And here you can also access your settings, the sets, the storage. It has 2 GB of my Spotify playlist. And if you press this button, you can go back from any menu you're on. So if I am on the Play Store, I can press and go back. But it doesn't have a recent app menu, so I can go back to the recent app like the Apple Watch. So if I press this, I can at least go back to the app I was using. But in this one, I have to physically go to that app from the app drawer. So anyways, for the keyboard, so you have voice typing, where you can give access, and please, okay, search for a watch face, and it's pretty good. And then you have the normal keyboard you can use, which is hard to use. If you have big thumbs like me, you won't be able to type that well, but I don't use typing that much on a watch. You can swipe type too, but this is not a demonstration of the keyboard. So let's go back, and on the Play Store you can install apps directly on the watch. So you can, if you find any app online that you like, you can search it, and if it's on the Play Store, you can install it. And the workout, so the next button, it takes you to your workouts. So you have access to not as many as the Apple, more than 100, but you have, I think, about 20 workouts, and you can customize the sequence, exercise goal, but I don't think most people will, as I said, need hundreds of workouts. So the basic ones like running, hiking, they have it here, and if you click, you can start a workout. It will search for GPS. The thing about Apple is that it starts immediately. It doesn't wait for me. Like if I go to the workout app and then I press the three dots, it does give me a menu to set my goals. But if I click the workout, it will immediately start a workout without giving me time to stop. So as you can see, it's already in the workout menu. So that I don't like, because it doesn't even give me time. If I press it by mistake, I have to cancel. But for this one, it will wait and connect to GPS, and then, but this is the Mobvoi app. But since this is a Wear OS video, you have the Google Fit app here. You have Fit Workout, where you have your basic walking, running, treadmill, and you can add other workouts, which is more than what the Tick Exercise provides. But as I said, you don't need so many workouts. I haven't used Google Fit apps to track workouts. I use the Tick Exercise because those were the default ones and they work pretty well. But yeah, those are the applications. So yeah, this is the app drawer. So just to summarize, so swipe down for the quick access settings, swipe up, you have your notifications, swipe left, your Google Assistant, swipe right, you have your tiles and the buttons, app drawer, and your exercise. I think you can customize this button. But yeah, that is your Wear OS walkthrough. Before I finish this video, I wanted to also show you the applications that you have with the watches. So for the Apple Watch, you have your Apple Watch application on your iPhone, where you can customize your watch faces. As I said, it's pretty limited. They're adding more and more, but it's not as fast as Wear OS. And you can customize your settings here, what apps can have access to your notifications. I normally stop all notifications. I don't like getting notifications. I use it more as a fitness device. Customize your settings for the applications. You can install apps. So you can also have the fitness app, which syncs up with your Apple Watch, and the activity rings you close, you can look at them here. So I have been using this watch since end of June. So as you can see, I have almost completed my rings every single day. And here you can look at how much you burn in calories, your exercise, stand hours, steps. And I really like the way this is laid out on the fitness app. And if you have friends, you can share with them the data and compete. This is something I like about the Apple app ecosystem. And then you have your health app, which also syncs up with your Apple Watch, so you can have different data tracked here. So that's for iPhone. And now here's the application for Wear OS. So you have the native Wear OS application, where you can customize your watch faces, and as I said, you can add more from the Wear OS store. And you can customize your tiles here. You can add the tiles that are available, and then agenda settings, advanced settings. You can have your always on screen, tilt to wake. Oh, I don't want that. Wait. No. Okay. And other than this application, you have the Google Fit application, which also displays the rings like Apple, the fitness application activity rings. So for Google, they have two rings, your heart points and your steps, and you can look at your weekly goals, daily goals, monthly goals, and the workouts you do. They sync up with Google Fit really nicely, and you have all the journal of your workouts here. And also, like the Apple Health app, you have activity, body measurement, vitals, which all sync with your watch. If I go to my sleep, I can see my data. And the last application is the Mobvoi's own applications. As I said, it will depend on what watch you use. So I have the Moveboy TicWatch. So this is the native application. You have your activity tab, look at your exercise steps, active hours, and then you have the heart rate, sleep data. I don't know why it's not displaying my sleep. Okay, it looks like this, the sleep data, which is more comprehensive than the Apple Watch shows. And in the devices, you can add your devices, look at your recordings and whatnot. Okay, so those were the two watches and their companion apps. So let's go and talk about my experience of using Wear OS and also Watch OS. So there you have it, your basic walkthrough of the two user interfaces of Wear OS and Watch OS. So now for my opinion of using both the platforms. So I have had this Apple Watch Series 3 for almost 6 months. So I've used it every single day, and my opinions are really positive because this is a really old watch, almost 4 years old, but it's still getting the updates from Apple. It has WatchOS 8 on it, and it's still running very smooth. I have had a few lags with some applications, but other than that, everything has been really smooth, and I liked how easy it was to use. And the application support you have on WatchOS is unmatched. You have so many applications and which are really good, really polished, and works really well with the Apple Watch. Everything syncs up. There is no problem with connectivity, and you will have a really good user experience with your Apple Watch. There's no fuss, a really nice and smooth sailing. So that is my experience with WatchOS. I really enjoyed my time using this watch. If I didn't change platforms, I wouldn't have changed the watch. If Apple Watch worked with Android, I would definitely use the watch. But coming to Wear OS, I have been using the TicWatch Pro E3 for the past month, and it has really surprised me. Although I say that WatchOS is a better platform, and I still hold on to that opinion, but Wear OS is going to get better. Firstly, because of the new processor, the new Snapdragon 4100 processor, and any other processor that comes in the future, they will handle Wear OS really well. I have had such a great experience using this TicWatch E3. It has been smooth, no lag, and all applications have worked surprisingly really well, because my previous experience with Wear OS was the original Moto 360, which was horrendous, really bad. But I don't blame that. It was the first smartwatch to have Wear OS. But right now, with the Galaxy watches and now TicWatch producing so many new watches and the Wear OS, this new platform, I believe Wear OS will keep on getting better, because before the current situation, app developers had no reason to shift and build apps specifically for Wear OS because it was really bad. But now, with how the landscape is changing, I believe app developers will slowly start developing apps specifically for Wear OS. So this video would be completely different in the next few years. I hope Wear OS makes the updates, makes more apps available for the Wear OS platform, and I hope Google, with their partnership with Samsung, can make Wear OS at least competitive with WatchOS. So that is my opinion. If you want any smartwatch at the moment, WatchOS is the first superior platform, but Wear OS is really catching up. So give it time, and if you're an Android user, don't hesitate in buying a Wear OS watch. I highly recommend buying a TicWatch or a Samsung watch that will have the Wear OS 3 update, because that is really important. And if you're thinking about buying a Apple Watch, the Series 3 is a great value for the money. Trust me, it is a really old watch, but it has everything you would need in a smartwatch, and it will run super smooth, and you'll be satisfied with your user experience. So thanks for watching the video. Let me know in the comments below which platform do you use, WatchOS or Wear OS. How has your experience been, and what do you think about the new updates that Wear OS are coming through? And about Apple Watch, I really want to know how many people use Apple Watch Series 3. I think it's not that very popular, but I think this watch is still a really good buy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.